I've been searching for a savior to ease my troubled mind. Oh, but down this road I've been walking, I found a savior, ain't easy to find. So I went swimming through all my sorrows till I nearly drowned at the bottom of a bottle in the loneliest parts of town. At night I lay my weary head on my pillow and cry out to a God whose name I don't know. Humming songs in the dark I learned from my mama. Then I hold my knees tied to my chest and I rock me slow. I tried looking to a man to tell me just who I am. Then when he left me, there was no one else left to tell me how to be myself. So I closed the windows, I drew all the curtains, I locked every door so I could break down without your pity and save some grace as I picked myself back up off the floor. At night I lay my weary head on my pillow and cry out to a God whose name I don't know. Humming songs in the dark I learned from my mama. Then I hold my knees tied to my chest and I rock me slow. Then I hold my knees tied to my chest and I rock me slow.
Hello everyone, and I'm Amber Ray Dunn here at MGP Studios, and I've got Faith Evans Ruch here today.
Hey y'all.
She's gonna play. And you started doing music around the age of 23, writing maybe?
Yes. I wrote a lot of poetry, and I would write things in song structure because I loved music when I was in high school. But I didn't actually pick up a guitar and start learning how to play until I was 23, and I was coming home from work going, okay, what do I do with myself now? I'm used to having to study, and now I'm not in school anymore. Got to find something to do. So I had a guitar, and I decided I was going to learn to play it and put my passion for writing and my passion for music together and make some art myself.
Now, was that an easy transition? Did you just, as you were playing, just start hearing your poems come into a melody? Or
I've actually never put together any of my old poetry or old songs that were musicless with any of my stuff I've written, actually.
Okay.
I kind of started fresh when I started writing, and so, or when I started playing. And so after I learned the chords G, C, and D, that was the first three I learned. My friend showed me.
Best three.
Yeah, exactly. my friend Kylan sat down with me at a park one day, and he was like, okay, learn these 3 chords. He showed me the shape. He's like, just go home, start practicing those. Fly, little bird, fly.
Teach a man to fish.
Yes, and so I would just go through those over and over again, practicing transitioning between them in different, series like G, C, D, D, G, C. Just going back and forth. And I, about a month or so in, started writing my first song, which was called Your Soul. And it used
Now, is that on one of the albums?
Yes, it's on 1835 Madison, and it uses G, C, and D, and I actually threw a little E minor in there too. I was real proud of myself. I was venturing out at the time. Yeah. So, I guess once I got the pain in the fingers dealt with and got those calluses built up, and I got a little bit more comfortable with my transitions between chords, after that it was a lot more smooth for me because I already knew how to write poetry, and I just needed to incorporate that with going along with the melody.
Yeah, that's a big step.
Yeah.
Now you've got 3 music videos.
Yes.
You've got PBR Song, Rock Me Slow, and Cold Blooded Killer.
Yes.
Now, which one of the 3 is your favorite?
I think I like
PBR was the first one, right?
Yeah, PBR Song was the first one, then Rock Me Slow, and then Cold Blooded Killer, which we just released back this past Halloween weekend.
Okay.
And Edward Valibus, who is phenomenal, he did, directed and did the concepts for all 3 of them in collaboration with myself and my PR agent, Elizabeth K. Wine. We all sat down and brainstormed together. And a lot of it, though, is really his vision. He had the idea with Rock Me Slow, which is probably my favorite, to go to the Shack Up In, which I was, the minute he said that, I'm like, okay, sold, because I love that place and I have a lot of good memories there. And it was the perfect atmosphere for that song. And so there's something emotional, like Rock Me Slow is such an emotional song for me personally. It's such a personal song. And so I really, with the way we presented the video, I think it really captured the song perfectly. And not only for the audience, but for me as well. So that's why it's probably my favorite. But the most fun to shoot was probably Cold Blooded Killer, because I kind of got to act like this crazy, insane lady. There was a lot more acting than just, sadly, morosely strumming the guitar, in the corner.
Yeah.
I really got to interact with the camera a lot more and kind of be a little bit more wild with it.
Yeah, definitely. And PBR Song was your first one?
Yes. And we actually filmed that at Kudzu's, which has since closed, unfortunately.
Yeah, I noticed that in one of the scenes. I was like,
hey, I missed that place. So, but yeah, that was great. I really liked that because I used to play a lot of gigs, especially when I first started at Kudzu's. They were such a warm, welcoming environment for new artists, and so it was kind of the perfect place to shoot my first music video.
Was there any type of challenges involved in any of those, or any?
Yeah, it was really, really cold when we filmed PBR Song, and I was wearing little dresses in all the scenes, and there's that one end scene where I'm walking out into the street with my guitar on my back with a suitcase, and the guitar kept clipping the doorway. We'd have to shoot it over and over. We'd had this long 12-hour day. It was one of the last shots we were doing, and I'm walking out in this 20-degree weather in this strapless dress, and I'm just like, okay, we gotta get this. This is the last time I can do this. I'm done for the day. And thank God, that last shot, we made it perfectly through the door smoothly.
Perfect.
No guitar clipping.
Perfect.
So yeah, that ended up being good. But that was a little bit of a struggle for me.
Yeah, definitely.
And cry